Hey guys, I wanted to do a video today on market profile because I get asked a lot of questions and it's a big part of how I trade. So if you notice here, we have our profile off to the right, and I wanted to do something a little different and break the profile down piece by piece, right? So look, we're going to draw our profile out right here, just test this little part of the market, right? And notice right here we had an unfinished auction at one point. That's now an NPOC again, naked point of control. And when you draw a line through it, you get your point of control, right? Ironically, for this part of the profile, which is currently in balance, right? And when you draw circles around the tails of the curve, they line up perfectly with these naked points of control, which we know are points of control that are established and then just don't get retouched again. They don't get touched again. They, you might be in a trending market and then something happens and, you reverse and they become support and resistance for the most part, usually, right? They're magnets for the most part. But here, this is all in balance. And now we're getting a little bit of a move because we've been in balance for a while, trading inside this range, inside NPOCs at the extremes of the curve. And now we're getting a move that's testing the floor of it all, right? So we've been in balance for a long time because we know there are three types of profiles, right? We know there's a P, a B, and a D is what we just saw over here, right? That's exactly what we just saw over there. So P, B, and D. D is in balance. That's a balanced profile. And when you have a balanced profile, it means that the market's it's usually doing this. It's calm, it's trending, there's a established point of control, and it was previously trending. You see here NPOC, here NPOC, right? And it's trading in between here. And now that it's been in balance for how many, 5 minutes per cluster here, do the math, it's a long time. Market's looking for a new direction, a new initiative. And here we go. We're getting it. We're going through this NPOC right here. It looks like, let's give her a refresh. And yeah, we're through it, right? So we're looking for new balance, right? We're going to see if we can get some buys here coming in, some bids. So let's look at it from the bigger picture. How do we trade a setup like this? Let's draw the whole profile out. I know my line sucks, I'm sorry. All right, so here. Now look, now you have a P shape, right? Now notice here. Notice that we're starting to reverse back up, right? Okay, we have a P shape. We have an established lower value area right here, kind of aligns with some bids and an unfinished auction right here, which has been providing support for quite some time, this whole area right here, right? So let's do this again. Let's try to formulate a thesis here. Okay, so we know we have a P, a B, and a D. It's like the way you approach symmetry. And we know that this is balance. We went over it. This is bearish. When we see a B shape, usually indicates that we're about to go down in price, potentially. And when you see what we see here, usually we're about to go up in price, potentially, right? So now, why is that? You notice that we pulled back into value, right? Notice the bid, right? And notice here, now, we're getting a lot of activity like right here from sellers, right? They're defining the line, right? But then notice right below here, again in value, we have buyers, right? So we have this end of the curve already. We need this end of the curve to create the D shape and give us our full balance of this move, because this would create full balance with POC being somewhere right here in this area, most likely, or a little higher, maybe like right here somewhere like right there. So realistically, notice why there's big block orders up here, because this would be the value area of the top side now, because we just saw it happen. We have our lower value area already established. But notice again, so you had this all established down here. There's a value area, low volume nodes, right? A place where buying should be happening, this area right here, right? We started noticing it around here, that this could be a good buy. We drop down into low volume node, cluster area, and realistically value. And now you're seeing the signatures that you want to see, right? You're seeing value buyers and somebody aggressively defending the line outside of the value area because they want to push, whoever's selling wants to push down and get all these orders filled down here, right? But now, will we get absorption like we got here and start moving price back up? Or are we going to try to test? Can it happen? Sure. You see there's a lot of bids accumulating in this area down here, kind of preemptively getting ready for it, but we do have a lower already value area, which is established. We do not have an upper value area where sellers could take profit. Notice, this is kind of like what we should be targeting, and again, creates the D shape, and that is why profile symmetry is very important, because at the end of the day, it gives you a clue about what people are thinking. And I mean, do we know if this scalp is going to play out if you were to take it? No, but notice here, you're starting to get, a lot of activity here. You see now we're failing on these lines, coming through back here. As long as we stay tapping against lower bounds of the value area here, we should be vulnerable to these moves, somewhere around the lower end of the range for the move back up. That's where all the liquidity is. So, I mean, good place to enter would probably be somewhere where we are and, ahead of the UFA, just in case we don't fill it. If we do fill it, it changes the whole story, obviously. All right, guys, so it's a few hours later. Just wanted to give this some time to show you how it would play out. Obviously, I took a shower. I'm in my pajamas for the most part now, ready to go to bed. And, yeah, the trade worked. So you see, again, here's the upper value area right where we said it would be, right? I mean, this is exactly how we trade. You see how simple this is? So don't forget to like, subscribe. The link is in the description for the platform, Cignals.io. We do run a premium Substack and Telegram where we share alpha and, make all kinds of predictions on what we think is going to happen. So don't forget, to check the description down below as well for all that. And drop any feedback that you think you might have here. Clearly, what we're talking about works. It's just a matter of executing and not overcomplicating it. So make sure you follow us and subscribe, and check out our Substack and premium stuff for more content. Have a nice night, guys, and happy trading.